brute force and ignorance.
Brute
Straight up.
forcing ignorance. Yeah,
They're going towards B though.
I mean, ending up on the same site, perhaps. They do have a abundance of nades. This time, Flush is going to be the source of them. Process of elimination. You can see they're just worming their way up, clearing up, getting some banana control
It would
whilst
be
leaving
so
some.
smart now if you just. I think they're doing a set execute on a B. If it was a fake, if he just showed the bomb, bit of leg with the bomb,
Ooh.
that would have been so much info for the CTs and they'd have bought a rotate. But they're actually going to go for the all in here.
Nice smoke as well. It actually achieves a whole lot more. And there they go, just straight towards construction. Backs turn. No one there to catch off Scream. Stood in the open and laughed at them. And here comes the wrap. Scream's forced to check 2 angles at once. Back turned and body dropped. That will be 4 versus 4 and XMS soon to follow. Fnatic are making these pistols look so easy.
It was similar. It was definitely similar. They tweaked it a bit.
Yeah. They know the power of construction. Just coming straight behind.
They love wrapping this and just flooding in through.
It's a little veggie wrap, as Cloud9 would call it.
A clock wrap.
Yeah. Or a turkey fishy wrap, as you have devoured a little later on yesterday.
I've got a churny stomach. Do you want to go back there?
3 frags for Crims. It could be 4, as you can see. RPK is rock and hard placed. What a turnaround, though. 5 points of health. Flush is pretty low, admittedly, but it does look sincerely unlikely. Yeah, no time, no kit, no hope. Maybe just finding a third here as he just needs to hit 1 into the shoulder. Nope, not going to be happening. It will be Fnatic taking this one rather convincingly. And again, they know just taking construction. Doesn't matter if it's from CT. Doesn't matter if it's straight from Banana. It works out so well for them.
Construction is their jam.
Working well for them. Now the discussion starts, Christian, regarding second round force buys on that CT side.
Yes.
A lot of analysts feel like Inferno is one of the maps where it is justified. Do you kind of resonate with that?
I think it's justified on almost any map, even
Really?
the long range maps. Long range, you've got the Scout and the Deagle, which these players are incredible with and will out-trade you at long range.
Right.
Again, in close range, same ordeal. CZ's here, and they're just going to get up and close, get that 1 kill, take your weapon, get back, fall away, and try and get second one from a different angle, maybe a crossfire.
They've already lost 1 though. 6 have paid a heavy price early to Dennis's AK. 2 AKs in play so far for the T side, and JW is having a bit of a mare in apps. What was that? Caught with his pants down.
I think that was a mousefield jump. I'm not entirely sure. It looked like a mousefield jump.
Yeah. One of those horrible, horrible twists of fate as you do accidentally find yourself leaping into the air in front of an enemy. And now then Scream. 2 backs turned. Hang on a second. He could do a lot with this Deagle. In the meantime, RPK's keeping him busy and taking heads. Oh, Scream needs to hit something there. Sees one towards Zaps, and it's not to be. It will be just XMS left. They have taken perhaps a couple of weapons away. He's recovered a UMP. And that bomb's not going down immediately. Having to recover it from middle. But it does seem highly unlikely unless Flusher falls fast. He will. Backs away, recedes into apps. And is looking to make some sort of play here. The smoke will provide some guys.
Oh, that smoke.
To his assault, and he could catch Crims on the bow. Oh my lord, I like the smoke.
Yeah, the smoke's really good. I think he probably got spotted on the radar. Like, in situations like that, you can't see the player, but you'll see him on the radar first.
And that's probably where his teammates who are dead just cool. Like, you can see him on the map. Eyes up into that top left. And I mean, Envy, they're probably not desperately disappointed with that. Good few kills, taking a couple of weapons away. The AKs were preserved, though, so Fnatic still firing on all cylinders as they're just going to go farming with a Mac-10.
Yeah, it was a bit messy. They lost a few guns, but managed to lock it out in that 3-3.
Flush has got his signature CZ. Every time I watch him play it, I try and bring it into my match. I'm like, right, I can do it. Look how good this gun is. And then
you can't control it like him.
I don't know how he does it. It makes it
when
look
I
like
shoot
an AK.
it, it's like I've got Parkinson's.
Oh my god, it's disastrous.
I don't use it. I'm 5'7" all the way.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of people tweeting me saying that they're the 5'7" gang. But if you are, you know, a hipster and can rock the CZ like Flusher, I don't blame you.
And that's exactly why Dennis gets capped.
Yeah, capping his ass.
All you have to do is hear a step and just walk out. You've got no armor. Yeah, with the PT-50, as soon as you hear that step, you know they're close enough to die quickly. And it's so fast. You have to get him with the first bullet to aim punch him.
Yeah, sound is just such a determining factor in the current state of affairs. Always has been really in Counter-Strike.
Yeah, it's a bit dodgy. I think scopes are really loud. They don't need to be that loud.
Yeah. Like
flashes and reloads, they really don't need to be that loud, but it gives players that are playing close to walls so much info.
Got a face full of information, a bullet to his head.
Crisp, clean lock.
Fortunately, he had a helmet on. Oh, JW catches RPK. Oof. Now happy. Oh, this is a horrible scenario to be in. Just sitting there in a corner, no armor, no weapon.
They know where he's hiding. It's happy doing happy things, hiding.
Okay, so first 3 for Fnatic. Off to their flying start. And you know Olaf's keeping that Mac-10. He's got to find the heads there. How many people haven't got a helm? Yeah, Scream, Happy, RPK, they could be victims to this gangster SMG.
They've only got one person with a helmet. If this Mac 10 pops off in this round,
Oh no.
oh lordy, they're going to be absolutely crushed. Their soul will be crushed.
For sure. Still, this is it. First chance for real Envy to bite back after conceding the initial 3. And Olaf, we talked about him in that Mac 10. Oh, he's feeling confident. He's feeling something. I'm not sure why that did come through. Perhaps Flush.
Yeah, they wanna do the boost. Flush has been selfless again. He said, "Boost, no, you take my AK, you do it. You're the better player." That's what he's going to be saying in his mind.
I can tell you're a bit of a fan of Flush's selflessness.
No, I think CS in general needs more players that are selfless. Zipniks.
Yeah.
They're so valuable, but yet so underrated.
I mean, we don't find ourselves shouting and screaming about someone being selfless. And I guess that perhaps that weighs heavy on them. Everyone wants to be the star.
Exactly.
60 seconds and Fnatic have kind of backed up from Banana. Not interested in that endeavor just yet. Instead, they play the waiting game. And Scream is going to be the first to draw blood. And RPK is not far from getting a second as well. An M4 bullet into the gaming cap of Dennis.
Yeah, this is the kind of way Envyus need to play it. They've got the firepower to deal with these players. They just need to crossfire and make those trades. RPK, Scream, more than capable of getting double entry kills.
He's got it with the Mac 10.
There's the Mac 10.
If he gets another one, it's going to be absolutely... Oh no, that's an unarmored AWP right there. That's an unarmored AWP.
Triple.
Flusher, surely not.
My God.
Sixer melts.
Is this Call of Duty?
He's made 1,200. He's got 2 frags. They're really regretting that absence of a helmet. Another body drops. Envyus are falling, and the bomb will be going down as well. Admittedly, they are low. RPK perhaps could finish the job he started earlier on Dennis. Flusher down to just 12 points of health, and Happy does have just one flashbang to try and initiate something here. Try and forge a path into finding their first round. But these CTs have been shredded by, what is it? I mean, $1,000 investment.
Yeah.
That's it, man. That is it. Happy, what can you do?
I mean, they're not going to be happy with that one. The way that they just managed to get through the smokes and punish Sixer when he was trying to rotate round, even though they had one at back of sight, it shows that the team play is just not quite there yet. They're still working on it, and losing a bomb site like that, they're not going to be happy in this gun round. Only managed to save one weapon.
Happy's going to be gutted when that AWP's not there.
Ooh. And it's a Mac 10.
The Mac 10.
The
not
Mac
a
10.
Mac 10. The.
Again, they're thrown over to Olaf on T side.
I mean, maybe he's feeling it. They're giving him AKs, they're giving him AWPs. If he asks for it, I certainly wouldn't be someone to say no.
I mean, JW's looking pretty crisp right now with the rifles. He clutched around against the Mortals, like 1v2. Looked really sharp.
I felt like he's been putting some time in.
Yeah, he's definitely been putting the hours in, and it's showing.
Now, what's the play here? Olaf's responsibility has been divvied to Banana. They make the AWP presence clear, and Kevlar and pistols again. It didn't work out on the second round for Envy. Maybe this time on the 5th they can have better luck. That is the CZ corner. You can see Scream adopting there.
These how did that not
Hold your breath.
This so back this game.
So Scream's desperate for some form of information. That's the
He
wide
gets
piece. Look
the
at
dink.
that.
That's crazy.
Sixer's using that.
That's a
smoke very
running
well.
Caesar dink.
Let's have a look. 60 seconds then. 2 players are making presence known. Smokes towards CT, but they're well aware that that corner has not been checked.
Smoke. Yeah, Flush is so aware. And he's going to get this kill, unless he gets timed.
And that's the timing you're talking about,
and his
Christian.
teams are...
Oh, Scream's going to catch it. 5 versus 3. Could be a taste of their own medicine, but XMS, no, patience will not be rewarded this time.
Crim's too smart.
3v3 then. Let's have a little look how this one goes down. Sixer with the USP no less has done enough to keep that bomb plant at bay.
How much damage they've done this round.
It's been very, very swift from Envy. Nice trades as well. Scream's presence in CT Archer now you can see he's all the way at B. He's completely migrated. 20
Happy
seconds.
gets this low HP kill.
And now Crim's left alone. 20 seconds while he knows
He's
that
just
bomb
going to
plant's a
play
priority.
time now. He's going to wait for his team and they're going to go into the site 3v1.
It should be a plan. But he realizes he can perhaps draw 1, if not 2 fights out of this one. 9 seconds, and now they can just swarm him. That's 3
they're
weapons.
They're going to push now. There's no time. He has to plant.
1, not a second. Scream finds the head. Who else but Scream to find the head? And that will be Envy's first round on the board. French needed that.
Well, his career is built on finding Dome, really. And that's why.
Yeah. Okay, so it didn't work the second round. Diz does in the 5th. And Envy do kind of remind Fnatic that they cannot rest on their laurels. You cannot get cocky or confident.
No, that's a huge round to lose. What a fumble. And it just shows these French guys absolutely love forcing. They always have done. Back in the LDLC days with the CZs, it was...
Happy's a big fan of that.
He'd do it every single round. They'd never eco.
There was a time when they never ecoed. I remember.
There was a time where they never ecoed. They were so confident with it, but...
I think they've learned their lesson a little bit.
It's still, you can still see it. They're still sharp with those weapons. They still know how to win these rounds.
Okay, so the battlefield will fall silent for a moment as nades are exchanged. And they do like Sixer on this AWP. Lots of faith, as Lauren was highlighting in our first cast, that there is a lot of faith from other French players surrounding how competent he is with the AWP.
Yeah. I think his style is very...
Using the passive word here? Or what? What are you thinking?
I think he's kind of be a bit of a device, you know?
Okay.
Like, just covering all bases,
moving,
not doing anything too fancy, getting your kill, and that's where he's going to thrive. And he's really good at multi-killing. When he gets in these overwhelming situations, when they start rushing him, he'll take 1, 2, 3.
I do love that he's using Kenny's magic stick as well.
Yeah, it's...
a little bit of legacy in his hands at this point.
He needs to win something against him for the...
I liken this from Dennis. Look at this process of elimination.
This boost, this way of clearing sight.
You can even get on that balcony in front
You
of him.
Check back of default.
So much information given. He knows graveyard's cleared. We'll make a little bit of a sound cue though. Happy can call it out. This will be a hit. They're running out of time though. This is it. 6 up has to try and
classic
stop
Fnatic
them.
up quad. It's a split though.
Stop them on long. No, they come together. That jump draws his aim, and now it's going to be RPK to trade. 2 swift frags. Happy's corner is going to benefit for just 1, and now that bomb needs to go down. They know that. Punching in the digits is Crims, and XMS and Scream are on their way. JW with 1 tag, but that's not going to be enough to zip the body bag. And that's going to be it. 2 quick frags, 1 each, and we find Envy second.
Wow, what a split. What aggression.
20 seconds left, and Fnatic are cutting things fine.
I
like,
know.
That's not the first time.
Yeah, they keep doing this. They keep clearing the map with 5 and then gambling all in.
Right.
Beautiful movement by Dennis to avoid that getting killed by a 6's up, and then Olaf quickly traded. RPK doing RPK things. He's the tank. He gets those quick double kill. Pivot aimer, you know, really solid aim.
How would you define a pivot aimer? Is that what are you saying when you mean that?
I think it's like a style. You see it in actual people's posture. Someone like Bondic, where they're kind of going off the elbow.
That's the pivot.
Yeah, and it provides really consistent tracking because you're only off like one
plane.
Yeah, one plane.
Yeah, but Bondic also has his nose against
Someone
the monitor.
Yeah,
that's not great.
Yeah,
his poor eyeballs. Still, we don't see Bondic in this game or even in the finals. We do get to see the tank. 2 quick kills. He kind of basically saves Six's skin because that was his responsibility to hold long. And after falling to that very quick close corner jump from Fnatic, looks like they're picking up the pace somewhat. However, the bomb isn't there. They're not going to be making anything quick out of this. But what just happened?
They've just crouched into A and opened it up with 2 entry kills.
Well,
they love doing this. We saw this against Immortals. They're just crouching up quad. They're not being phased. You're sitting so passive that you're just getting executed on. Well, not even executed, you're just getting killed.
There's no nades exchange, right?
No, there's no info play. They need to be playing info more, I don't know, once every 5, 10 seconds. More info than they're getting.
Hunt for some more information now. Talking of Hunt, I think Olafmeister may very well be on it. Just trying to take a couple of extra weapons away. Certainly in the right position to catch Scream.
Creamy.
Too quick. Creamy Scream. Or some Screamy Cream. Let's have a look then. JW's like, all right, Olaf couldn't do it. Maybe I can. They are. I mean, what's their financial situation? They're comfortable enough to hunt for this, right?
I think.
What's going on?
I don't know. They'll probably not go all in.
Maybe,
yeah. Try and wait for the smoke. Try and find some players. Their money's not great.
They're not. I mean, you can tell they're thinking about it. They're all just like.
They're Fnatic. They want it.
Ooh, they wanted it, but they really couldn't afford it.
But that's what's cost them in the past, mistakes like that, where they've thrown those weapons or they've thrown everything at them, and then suddenly they've got no money left, and they've lost the following round and lost the game. You can tell they're definitely polishing it up.
Let's have a little look. As we are seeing nades rain out. And you can see the bomb's going to be left. This is kind of the Fnatic default in regards to that bomb. They just leave it. No one's going to commit with it. Yeah. And then invest that utility as you see it raining down already.
Standard default here. They want to put pressure all over the map. They want to bait all those nades. Hopefully, they'll get an opportunity to get a kill and try and manipulate those opponents into a favourable 5-man execute. They love going 5-man.
What's so crazy to me is that they managed to get away with it. Like going 5-man, the problem with going 5-man is that
you leave holes.
You leave holes. Or ACT pushes for info and all of a sudden there's a quick rotate.
Yeah, but they're not doing it. They're not being punished by it.
And is that just because of Envy's absence of pushing for info? Like there's just not enough info plays in your mind?
Yeah, that and too much respect sometimes. Okay. You know you're against crazy players. You often don't play the way you normally do, the way that you're capable of. And that really can change who's winning games. It's people that just have overwhelming confidence.
Confidence is key, man. Life lessons with Christian.
It definitely helps. Definitely in this game. It's such a tempo and kind of...
have we swapped logos and is this Na'Vi?
Yeah.
Is Zeus leading
This
Fnatic?
is again going to be 5-man all in with 20 seconds. If they have a molly here, which they don't, they could get stopped.
Oh my lord, one Molotov could stop it. Fortunately, no fire.
They've got a lot of work to do.
XMS, he has to take something there, 12 seconds, and they have control.
Oh, wow.
He gets him through the smoke.
They keep doing it.
The bomb's going to go down. It's happening, Fnatic. Oh, now Na'Vi, screw the name.
They just need to save a molly. They keep doing this. Just save a molly on each site, and you're going to be able to prevent this a lot of the time. Because they're going to have to run through it. They've got no time. They have to run through the molly.
That's insane how well that's working. They've done it on A, right? They've done it on B. And again, I mean, an all too familiar sight, Happy is saving. I mean, you've seen this 3 times already, clutching onto an M4 to keep it safe.
Yeah, I think he's been putting a lot of work into his game. He's not as bad as he was.
What, in terms of like
his style? I think he realised that he's not having enough impact and not putting enough pressure on the map to create openings, and that is disgusting from Crims.
Yeah, this is. I mean,
it was Crimson Naps.
They were allowed to hunt him down that time. Fnatic, you know, you can see the hunger in them, and
they're not going to let off the pace now. They're feeling it.
Is this a timeout? Yeah. Okay. Timeout's been called. I have absolutely zero doubt.
This is what they need to work out. What we're going to do.
So what's your call? You've got the headset on. You just tell Envy, please God, buy some Molotovs.
I'd love to see some proper banana control.
Okay.
They need to use a good amount of utility, but not all of your utility.
So just enough to keep them further back.
Send 3 players at the start. Use one of the players' utility on A that can rotate off after using it. Maybe molly and smoke the end. Let them get close, and then you can leave one guy on banana. If you leave one guy on banana with a smoke and his utility, Fnatic aren't going to be able to do what they're doing in those rounds. You're going to get the reads. It's really claustrophobic, Inferno. You can only be in like Vietnam or second mid when you've got banana.
Yeah.
You can't even come mid because you get spammed through that smoke. You get spammed down mid. It's really kind of savage.
And this freeze time will come to an end.
And they need some mollies. They need to hold on to their mollies because these late executes, these 20-second executes, one molly in the right place is going to stop this.
But what is so scary, and I'm sure it's on Envy's mind as well as ours, is that whilst that is what Fnatic are doing now, they could so easily run a Mac 10
and that's where the mind games come in.
And that's exactly probably what we're going to be seeing now. I mean, Flush has pulled it out again.
And it looks like it's tempo mid.
Yeah. That's going to be
his
fast right side. Mid. And this is going to be quicker. Look at that. There's just as Envy think they've got it sussed out.
Finest.
They're getting straight into their heads. And I mean it both mentally and physically with that Mac 10.
I love it.
Jumping around corners. Happy has made his way in towards Apps. That's potentially going to put a spanner in the works, but already bodies dropped. XMS caught off on the rotate from B. His teammate Scream. His comrade in that B defense is still lingering. Oh, missed Eagle shot should be the end of Scream. Just tapping away. JW is going to get pressured out by Happy. Now a rifle lies dormant and will be retrieved.
Yeah, he's going to have to go and save that one. Cash in the armor.
What do you do? Just kind of say, hey, Scream.
Yeah, drop it to Scream next round. Hopefully,
please go hit some heads.
Hopefully, you just ace him.
I guess it's a luxury to have players like that where you can kind of, I mean, we saw it with Shox previously on Nuke. You just throw the rifle and hope for the best.
Yeah, he's one of those players that saving an AK, you're probably just going to give it to him. Yeah. Especially on the CT side.
Hey, they could get a second. That was the Mach 10, unfortunately, for them. But, I mean, that's exactly the luxury you can afford. Scream goes down, but...
It kept the AK.
Yeah. Mission complete for Envy. 7-2 the score. This is a spectacular T-side.
Money's not great as well on the CT side.
They look good. They really do. Fnatic seem to have really found some of the synergy that was lost. Watching them initially when the names came back together after the God-sent kerfuffle, they look much more together, like a real unit. It seemed very lost for a while. But
yeah, this is definitely how they used to play Inferno. They've worked it out in previous iterations. They're using a lot of stuff that they previously did and a lot of new stuff. Like the CT side, they've completely changed because they're getting too red.
That's some aggression.
Down middle.
Punished as well. Dennis, double spray from him. Happy's the one to keep hold of the AK. Didn't choose to invest it over towards Scream, which was our initial thought process. And XMS, keep Flusher honest. That will be all he can achieve, though, as we do see the 8th. And all the AKs and even nades retained from Fnatic, as now it's time. It's buy time. Sixer, grab the AWP.
Did they even flash out? Or did they just run down?
They just ran, yeah.
That's called inting.
It's what?
Inting.
Inting.
Yeah, intentionally feeding.
Okay, I like inting. I like it. Intentionally feeding, perhaps. They did get Dennis low, but it cost them 2 players, and they'll let Kevlar lay on the floor. I like the Sixers been throwing this repeatedly. This smoke. This is, I guess.
Yeah, this is what they need to do.
What you want. Yeah.
Yeah, they want to, but they just. You don't want to take the top. You want to take all of it, ideally, because then you get all the info. You get the sound cues. How many are middle? Are they close middle? Are they going to try and take banana? Are they all second middle, which they are here? If they had a deeper smoke on banana, he would have been given that information, and the A guys would be probably in better spots than they are now.
Yeah, some aggressive flashbangs are going to force the CTs away. It's actually Sixer to implement that Molotov, and 3 people. He pulls away, there's no one. Repeaks, there's 3. That is the Fnatic way.
Yep.
And after drawing so much blood, they actually do seem to be just picking up the pace even more. Foot on the accelerator, Happy cannot watch all at once. And it's just, this is the mind games you were talking about. From what was initially, like the first 6 or 7 round wins from Fnatic.
Really slow pace.
And now these 3.
It's and then just they up the tempo. Boom.
Night and day.
Yeah, it's really smart stuff. And it's so hard to play against. Especially when, as a CT, you overcompensate for something that's going wrong. So, I know, you rotate one off banana because they never come banana or something like that. And then suddenly they're hitting banana. It's so infuriating.
Like the one round you're not there. You find yourself saying it, even sometimes saying it in your comms, like, I've been there 6 rounds in a row.
And then it's your fault. You're on your own.
Yeah. You might look at the bank as well. 12 grand for all off. You can't money break them. So your options here are just try and string something together, Envy.
It's just the force like they're doing.
Let's have a little look where this goes, though. What's Fnatic? What's up Fnatic's sleeve next? The Magicians here, it seems, on T-side Inferno. Seeing a lot of Inferno in this group stage on both the A and the B stream. Thank you so much for joining us here. Myself, Machine, joined by Styles or Christian. This is going to be a long night. Crusty Christian. JW has been a relentless presence in apps. Doesn't matter.
He's walking. This is balls.
I was thinking about. I think Happy may have heard that smoke collide with him. Not sure. Scream in the meantime takes a close fight. That's when the UMP thrives.
Yeah.
Upgrades himself to an AK-47 at the cost of about 60 points of health. And now Envy have full control. This is should be an unlosable round. They still have some degree of utility. And XMS is getting info now.
Fnatic is so good in these situations.
Perfect flashbang. All 3 doing the flashbang dance, but no frags going to be traded in. And here they come. Smokes off XMS. He's going to actually fall behind that.
They've got the site. They've used 2 smokes and taken the site.
Crazy. Small gap, though, means Olaf cannot quite join them, and now he's going to get pressured by Happy. How does he hit that? It was 3v5.
3v3.
They've made this winnable. Fnatic looking outstanding.
Crazy.
Now one from Constructions. RPK is going to walk into his crosshair. One very low, and Fnatic, while flashed, you're going to see Dennis show face. 2 versus 2 now.
Flash.
But Olaf, this should be the end. This should be unwinnable.
Olaf. He can do these.
That's it. Scream finds a much-needed frag.
Crisp.
Crisp as anything. That'll be
4
the
kills
third.
by him.
Wow, why does that feel close? A 5v3. Fnatic have very little.
I didn't know how they got that far without taking a fight. They were just given B-bomb site. 5v3 situation. Like, it's not like a short
So is
time.
that when you want fights? That's when you want Envyus to actually you know, keep that pressure on instead of receding.
I think just play a normal crossfire.
Yeah.
You don't need to rotate. You've got all the info that you need. They're going to be grouped up as 3. You know they're probably going to be grouped up as 3. Maybe 1 pressuring over the side.
Flush has chosen to buy UMP. Is that? I don't think that's a financially infused decision. I think he just wants to do damage.
I think he just wants to run up banana.
And indeed he has. Is the UMP broken? You tell me.
Run and gun, baby.
It's alright though, they've nerfed the range. Now Scream gonna get that trade. But I mean, he chose to buy that SMG for that frag.
Yeah.
Already the CTs are in disarray. Do we rotate? What do we do? Where are they going? And suddenly Fnatic disappear. They cut noise and the Swedes have vanished.
I mean, it's smart thinking about it. You can do the same job with a much cheaper weapon. You're just going to go zerg up banana. Why do it with an AK when you can just run and gun?
Save some dollar.
He was clearly trying to beat that Molotov. He wanted tempo there.
Speed, agility, quickness.
And this is 4v4s. This is a really difficult situation for CT. In a 4v4, as you see now, the CTs are going to push. They want info, and Crims has been caught. Whenever you get a kill as T-side, normally the best thing to do is just hold. Because the CTs, they're going to want info, and they're going to want to push and try and equal the board. Give themselves a chance in the round. And you're seeing it here.
Wow,
but JW and Olaf have just chimed in.
JW's rifling is looking very crispy. Truly, 2 kills for him.
Really gotten sharp with it.
We're seeing why Olaf's
looking good so far.
Getting the AWP thrown to him a couple of times.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. JW's looking top tier with the rifle right now.
Six's indecision is going to be deciding on a save, it seems. This will be the reset, though. That's going to send their money back to the Stone Age. They're going to try and just play around that AWP. I mean, I honestly have no idea how you're supposed to play around an AWP versus this current form of Fnatic, but that will be 10.
No, it's very difficult.
10 to 3.
You have to go aggro. You have to catch them when they're trying to do all this slow play.
Right.
Or even early in the round, like...
But when you say aggro, you're not talking about no flashes, 3 people pushing middle, as we've seen Envy do previously.
They can do it both ways.
Right.
They can do it dry, crouching in, or
10 to 3.
Or yeah, full execute with the nades.
Or just charge in. Just go full Zerg, as you've been describing. I like it. Mixing the esports. And here we go then. So you've got 6. I guess you're just taking banana and try and get that early frag, right? That's there you go. Push over the Molotov. You can beat the Molotov with a spawn like 6's. He has only got 3 frags though. That's what's so tough.
This is what I mean. This is kind of the momentum of the game. If you're not,
there you go.
He knows he needs to get an entry here.
That was it.
That was it. And he's managed to get away just.
That was his chance.
That flash was really good support flash there. You often see it. CT back in the AWP up, making sure he can flash him out. Olaf, they've just cleared out mid 1B. Dennis is insane.
Dennis is insane. You heard it from Christian. Now then, what have you got? Happy. We'll find back turn of Crims. There is a low Dennis, but you can see how he immediately just hits that S key. Not interested in finding a fight.
And look at the HP. They've just juggled each player. He's got to save this AWP now. They're already looking for him on B.
Oh man, 6's. This is the 2nd round in a row. He's just desperately trying to stay
trying to keep hold of that magic stick.
Yeah, you always want to keep hold of that magic stick.
Smells a rat.
Oh, okay, that's the AWP on the floor. They can even grab it if they want it, but I mean, money's no problem for the Swedes. And so we face a difficult task for Envy.
Don't see them coming back from this.
You're writing them out of this story already?
I think so. I just don't think they've got a good enough grasp of banana to win that many rounds.
Mate, you're talking about grabbing hold of magic sticks, grasping bananas. You need to watch yourself. Will we see Christian on day 2's cast? That's the real question.
I'm gone.
He's gone. We'll get an email. Get him out of there. Fun debut for sure. Let's have a look then. Boosting over. This should be Scream CZ frag. It looks unlikely though, because Olaf is just too damn quick. 2 heads rolling and both are French.
Both sides of the map, entering all over the place. They're not even together. They've just gone 2-man into B and just cleared it.
So not quite the most logical approach, but
this is Fnatic's approach.
This is Fnatic, yeah.
Yeah, this is what we're used to seeing. What the hell?
But there you go. That's not what we're used to seeing. 3
No.
frags in 3 seconds. The UMPs are absolute mad. And now we have 60 seconds left. Hang on a second. Happy's now done considerable damage to JW. They need this 4th if they want to keep fighting. And 6 is going to make life a bit more difficult for Happy. Pushing in, untraded.
Happy last man.
And it does look like they're making a sprint towards B. Now, does Happy whip out the knife and can go for it?
He should have just tried to make
Nice
a
and quick
gamble and a read here.
There he goes.
It's going to be an uphill battle this round.
These are those rounds when you, as a player, you just sit there and go, oh.
I love 1v2s, but this bomb site, it feels...
Was he thinking about saving? And he was like, oh, last round. Well,
there's an AK, let's get out of here.
Oh, here we go. Got an AK, guys. I'll take it into the pistol. 12-3. Fnatic comfortable. Nice. Very, very comfortable. And Christian's already written them out. There you go. Heard it here first. That's called the caster's curse. You'll learn about that.
I don't know why they picked Inferno, to be fair.
True. Fnatic left it in after a pretty randy success versus Immortals, and they've just been given it again. Envyus, I mean, their map pool, it seems, has been kind of more Cobble, Nuke. We've seen them find success on. It's interesting. But, I mean, to kind of summarize then, if someone's just joined us and you wanted to quickly summarize a TLDW of the first half, how would you describe it to our guys?
Fnatic going slow and fast and pumping you all the way.
Slow and fast, indeed. They just, I mean, what's so crazy is that
everything they were doing was almost in advance of what the next move was. So all the slow rounds were building up for that tension, and then suddenly it's tempo mid.
Right.
Fast, pace, getting in your face. And they're just not ready for it, especially when the timeouts come as well.
So just as you're starting to kind of find the counter, just as you're like identifying what needs to change.
Work out what you need to do.
They just completely change it up.
Yeah, it's
they
just
turn to a new page in the strat book.
I think that they're one of the best T teams, if not the best T team on Inferno.
Giving them big props, and indeed that's something they certainly used to be. I mean, I remember the old Fnatic was just you don't play Inferno, or if you do, you have to have every player playing out of their mind. And indeed, Envy are going to have to play out of their mind to claw this one back. It's a shambles for the French. 3 rounds so far going into their attacking side, as if it couldn't be more demoralizing. You have to make the plays, you have to initiate, you have to bring the pain, and you've got very little margin for error. Still, here are Fnatic, and they've got Dennis on the pistol. That's what's so scary. Olaf already paying a price, down to 7.
Is this Glock armor Balk?
Looks like
it's
it.
Glock armor Balk.
Quick adjustments from Dennis, and he's going to back away after taking 1. XMS came out completely at the wrong pre-aim, and there's no one there to trade for him, and they're just piling up. This is a problem.
Look at Fnatic on the minimap.
They know where this bomb's going. They made it all too clear. Scream, though, is finding heads, and he knows he's got info on 2. Anticipating his back. You can see this is not impossible, but highly, highly unlikely.
Yeah, RPK has to find a really big hole here and pick up 2 quick kills, if not 1, and get away safely. He needs to do the work here. The tank.
Let's see what you've got for us. Scream's making noise. You can see he's trying to draw attention towards him.
G2 sticker on his Glock?
Ooh, info. Scream's making noise, but it's what RPK's peak. That's lovely. Lovely work from Envy. Gets the 1 and gets away. That's what you asked for, and they got it.
And they've still got plenty of time here. And because he came through CT,
trying to take a fight versus Dennis, it's always going to be difficult, and you already see 3 skulls next to that man's name on this pistol round.
El Pistolero. Probably the best pistol player in the world.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question there. Scream's already trying to make a case for himself, though. 2 quick kills, and he knows there's another one. Oh! Needed to find the head. It was winnable. Now, though, he's going to present his back. There is going to be an easy Olaf, and that's going to be 13.
I wasn't convinced. What, 2 people just randomly pushing with the bomb out of apps?
The start was lackluster.
No nades. What we saw from Immortals was really good. They did the same thing, but with 1 flash, and that 1 flash made all of the difference.
Right.
Hit the site, tempo out of apps, and suddenly Pit's overwhelmed with terrorists. What can you do with a USP at that point?
Absolutely nothing is the answer to that one. 3 UMPs and a 2 rifle buy for the Fnatic, going up against what they hope to be a successful second round buy. Otherwise, you're right, this will be curtains for the French. 2 flashbangs. That's all they can use, all they can implement to try and find their way in. But you've already highlighted The power of one flashbang in the previous Inferno game we saw here on the B stream. And so they creep and they crawl. It'll be JW first, turns his back, unfazed by that flashbang and a double Molotov just to keep them at bay.
Forced by Kings.
Forced by Kings the French. Not quite crowned yet though, because Olofmeister is finding their crown with his FAMAS.
Oh,
look at these
wow.
heads rolling. Happy and Scream. And I think they are quite the antithesis of Happy at this point. Bomb in the open. It's probably the worst scenario to find yourself in, because now Scream, he has to try and make something happen. There's two there. Happy, what can you do? This was their force buy. They're going to concede another after this. They'll already be facing match point. They know it. And that's Fnatic 14. A nice, quick Swedish second for
They
the
got
CT.
the first two openers. That one molly, bought enough time for Olaf to rotate, and they just could not tempo into the site. They did something they probably should have done pistol round, which is have all of the pistols getting up close, one flashbang, boom. They got the 2 kills, couldn't capitalize.
Punished completely, and yeah, as you would may perhaps expect at this stage of the game, the Kevlar comes back out, more nades as well for them this time, as loss bonus does increase. Let's have a look. Same kind of buy, just an extra rifle in the mix for Fnatic. And did we ever see, when Envy were on the CT side positioning like this, already JW has full deep banana control, but it's close, and 601 bullet from his Tech 9 rattles off, and now Flush is left to his own devices on B. Lots to play for. Olos on his way, but there will be a smoke landing just in the nick of time for that cross, but Flusher will be needing assistance. RPK's P250 a little too crispy.
I'm just going to have to slow them down here, but they're already rotating off. This is an insane read, insane call.
They've got all CTs on B.
Yeah. This is an insane call. This is like what Cloud9 did.
This is some cerebral T calls coming out. You can see the CTs are starting to work it out. One's already on his way back. Crims is like, this is too clever, too smart.
And the RPK tank's just putting in work on B.
Very nice call from Envy. Very fun just to see how, like, even Fnatic can get caught off. Really great calls from Happy, makes it perfectly, and he's going to see 3 from RPK, just keeping him busy on B. Had he died earlier, who knows? Played pool, played the waiting game, and struck a little bit of fear into Fnatic, but it will take a whole lot more to make a game out of this one.
Yeah, that round was, I don't know who made that call. Someone must have got info on A, at least a sound cue or pushed up and made that call. Maybe someone top banana could have heard a sloppy rotate, just running full footsteps. But yeah, that was textbook manipulation.
Got into their heads. Now, whilst this boost is effective, what's actually kind of crazy is that window to Crims's left is so bangable.
Yeah.
And it often does get banged. So, like, you can get surprising frags from that particular spot.
Yeah, it's going to start turning 1.6 at some point when they really...
Dude, apps is paper.
Yeah, this is what I mean. People are just going to... Default, people are just going to be spamming walls for 30 seconds.
Absolutely they are, but Dennis, easy peasy lemon squeezy, makes it work. Already Envy have to operate at a disadvantage, hamstrung by just a sidearm. And you can see all of anti-flash in a smoke.
Yeah,
he wants to do something naughty. Have Envy made a decision as to where they're pushing yet, or is this entirely info plays?
I think they're looking towards B. I don't know. This is a... Flusher has the... Why didn't you get that Molotov down early? What? He keeps stumbling on B. It's just not Crims on B.
It's just not Crims. You heard it here first. I mean, absolutely one of the best Inferno B-side players we've ever seen on CT side.
He had to get at least one there, maybe damage a second for them to win the round.
Looks like it could all be over.
So hard to retake this bomb site.
I think they've accepted it as well. Yeah, bodies are dropping. Just Dennis, he started the round. It doesn't look like he's going to be able to end it, or at least not in their favor. So unhappy with Flush's B play so far. That's 2 rounds in a row they've conceded to it.
I think he's... Is he in-game leading?
I believe so.
I think he's taking on more as a support guy and an in-game leader. And when all those things are going through your mind and you're trying to read your opponent, I found that as well, that I was getting
You're a little slow.
You're just... When you're focusing on your crosshair, that's all you need to focus on, and that head coming into your line of sight. It's a lot easier than processing the entire game.
Sure.
which you kind of have to do. You have to calculate money, smokes, you've got to read your opponents, you've got to try and play the game to a top level yourself.
Yeah, which is why people go nutty for Fallen, because he does both.
Yeah,
He's
does
doing
it all.
both somehow.
I know, it's incredible.
He really is. But we'll be seeing more from SK later. Of course, they are playing it. If you want to see them, they will be performing. In fact, we get to see SK versus Fnatic for the first time in like over a year. Over a year, those two rosters haven't met each other.
Wow. It's been
And
that
that'll
long.
be going down on the A stream a little later on. And Envy.
Envyus, starting to feel it.
Full
Olaf
pedal
just
to the
with
metal.
a naked USB, put in work.
Yeah, he invested nothing into that round and manages to take a full rifle away. Not too shabby, but this should be all they wrote. Happy, hungry for this one. Needs to relax because he's low and does not want to be forced to rebuy something he doesn't need to. Instead, just throwing money at him. Throwing money at the situation. We've all done it sometimes, but 14-6 will be the score.
He made a smart play there where he realised he hasn't got the kill. Don't overcommit. A lot of players would and give their weapon away. Those little mistakes can cost you games, but yeah, great play by him.
When did this obsession start with the CZ? Because it
Gotcha,
hasn't changed. I'm
probably.
right. Like, it hasn't been patched, has it?
No.
Not as of late.
No, I
But
think...
suddenly it's back in kind of the flavour.
Yeah. I don't know why. I think this map in particular is really close quarters, so it benefits even more.
Because people describe it as a one and done, right? It's you get the frag and you get the weapon.
But you get one alongside a smoke, and you can just kind of play around it, get that one and get that weapon. It's really an elusive weapon. You can move in, you think the player's falling out of the smoke after getting a kill, and suddenly he's pushed through the other side and he's taken a second kill. It's just CZ things, you know?
Just CZ things. Just
Then I
Fnatic.
say there's no round that a 5-7 can't win. So I'm not completely convinced.
Well, you are convinced on the CZ, and well, there's a P250 case to be made as well. Because with 2
That's
bullets released,
ambitious.
a body has dropped.
This is what I mean about banana control, getting up close, getting all that info, and now they're just going to rotate towards A because they know there's nothing B.
Yeah, they've got a bucket load of information. Just as you said, the CZs are on their way towards A. This is where Envy really have to make clear, defined choices.
Yeah,
as
they
a
need to
team.
use their utility, use their flashes, use their mollies, flush these players out. You don't want to walk into a site and then suddenly it all collapses on you, and within a second you've lost 2-3 players and you've lost the round.
They have sent a scout, though. Who is that? There was one T left over towards Banana to try and find some information, but it looks like they've changed their mind because
This
frags
is
are
great,
starting
though.
to come in.
This is exactly how you want to play the T side. You know it's a 4v4, you know the CTs are bad money, they're going to be looking for plays, and they've just punished both pushes there.
I like that they are showing restraint. However, the nervous part of me
It's the timer.
sees the timer.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I don't think Flush has quite moved quick enough to cause any sort of threat.
Yeah, imagine if there was one player hiding in B here.
It's all you
could
need.
End the round.
Someone new box, and suddenly that box scream.
On the bomb. Oh my god, that was close.
Holy moly! 1 second left.
Jesus, that would have been a
Screamy!
blunder.
That could have been an Orky Momo.
Orky Momo.
Okay, 14-6. This will be the 7th. As I say that, Crims is making me nervous. Okay,
Ooh.
there we go. They only had
He nearly
16
made that
points of
possible.
health. But there's 7. And look at the bank account for Envy. They are starting to get comfortable. And here comes the double orbs. This is the response, I guess. Would you have anticipated?
I shouldn't have written them out, should I? This
told
is
you.
my fault.
Caster's curse, my friend.
I'm sorry, Fnatic.
As soon as
I've
you do
cursed
it,
you.
as soon as those words leave your lips, they get like a steroid injected into their mouse hand. It's the problem.
Full utility, loads of cash, double AWP play from the CTs. This is... How do they deal with this one, though? This is... I think it's the hardest thing to deal with in the game.
What, especially on Inferno, or just specifically?
Any map.
Okay.
AWPers, in general, are the hardest things to play versus, because... Wow.
Or that.
Or
Take a wide peek.
XMS.
XMS
Just-
with a nice little counter strafe. And that's one AWP down. Just as we were starting to get worried and nervous, and perhaps a little sweaty palmed. XMS, perhaps the understated member of the Envyus roster.
JW pressuring on apps, and they've fully gone into B and absolutely locked the round out. I don't see them losing this round.
This will be.
Fnatic could probably save this.
You say that. This is Fnatic we're talking about.
They've got 2 AWPs, so they need to go pick up that other AWP, which they have. Dennis has got it. And just try and lock the game out for future rounds.
But none other than Happy is on the hunt. But they know who they're playing against as well. Everyone is aware of what this French player is, well, amazing at. The best in the game at. And that's, of course, lingering in that back line, trying to get under your skin. I think that damage from Dennis will be enough to deter him.
Yeah, he's definitely built his image around lurking. He was one of the first, alongside Get Right, to really embrace it and do it full time.
And do it to varying degrees of success.
Yeah, and every map.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you had to choose, would you lean towards Get Right when he was doing it? He was kind of the first to make it really work, really pop, or is it? What'd you say?
I think Get Right and Happy had different play styles, but similar roles. So Get Right, in their success, he would have aggression. He'd just do solo plays, walking through like the side of smokes on Cash, on B, like getting around the back and finding these entries. And for a CT player, that just causes an immediate reaction. If you've got 4 players on the other side of the map ready to capitalize off your kill,
right,
the round is won. And he could do that so consistently. But I think now people have worked him out. He's been downloaded.
Yeah, there's plenty of demos going around. And absolutely.
He is just... He's really struggling right now.
There's only so many routes you can take.
Exactly.
Let's have a look then. It's double AWPs again. We saw XMS kind of pass with flying colours on the first double AWP challenge, but this will be number 2, and it's hard to see JW not hitting that. Does miss it though. Whistles past the side of RPK. And a chance does arise. Envyus have had success on B, and that's primarily down to Flusher being unable to make an impact. But he's put his UMP to bed, and he's also summoned a JW AWP. Here they come. Nades raining down. JW has forced to back away. So Flusher, what can you do? Flash goes up, and again, he falls without making too much of an impact. Just the flames will lick Scream to death.
We keep seeing this from Flusher. He's getting choked up in that corner.
Olaf saves the day. It's a double AWP retake. This shouldn't work. This doesn't work.
They're going for it.
But this is Fnatic we're talking about. 1 down. Another AWP to find, and he's low as well. JW surely should not be the first to peek that. Crims perhaps to draw fire.
Such a good angle for XMS.
What a shot. They're doing it. Envy are going to be bringing this game into the competitive realm as we find 9.
So smart from XMS.
2 times back-to-back the double AWPs crumble. Fnatic, they thought they found the answer.
Yeah.
They invested a whole lot of money into it.
They thought they'd try it. They're so good with them. But they're actually getting shot out right now. I'm so surprised. 6 rounds in a row. Money looking stellar.
They can make mistakes now. I say make mistakes, of course not financially, they're fine. Round-wise, perhaps not. That OT is just always in the back of their mind. One mistake, one missed shot, one caught off while looking at your teammate's monitor, and suddenly you're facing that wall of 15 rounds.
Yeah.
So a long road for the French.
Flusher on B, he seems that... I don't know about his timings or what his awareness of what his teammate is holding.
Well, the problem they're facing is that JW is always getting smoked off, right? Because he holds that CT angle, or if he holds coffins, there's a smoke landing there before they push in, and then suddenly Flusher's got 3 facing him.
But he's managing to get his nade off, and that's it. He's not really shooting at the enemies. He's not in the... I don't think he's just worked out this flow for that kind of spot, you know? Probably needs to watch Crim's demo.
Yeah, and you're not even saying that ironically.
I'm being serious. You could probably learn some things from Crims on timings. It's much harder now. B's wider, but you can play it kind of similar, especially with the molly and the flashes.
So what's changed really? Do you think those changes to Banana have actually helped the tees more?
Yes.
Yeah, just with positioning.
Yeah, for sure. You could have kind of just one nade, even one smoke, one molly, and you can hold the top of Banana for ages.
Right.
With it wider now, you can walk around mollies, you can walk around the smokes, there's more gaps in
the wall as well
smokes.
for that coffin's peak.
Yeah.
You basically have to swing wide to see them. It's very interesting to see how that's developed.
And they needed to, because B's only got 1 entrance. What other sites only have 1 entrance?
Well, not a Fnatic. They always come from behind.
Oh, yeah.
2 entrances. But yeah, let's have a little look then what Envy are doing here, because they've been relatively swift with their attacks so far, right? We've seen like kind of about what, sub a minute push. But it looks like they're going to be wearing that clock down just a little bit.
They know the money's bad. They don't want to walk into any stacks. They're going to use all of their utility, flush these players out.
Just as you prophesize, Molotovs and flashes are being infested. Envy actually flashing off their teammate there. Now, will they check this close angle? The flash will catch Scream just as he plans to take that peek. And in the meantime, JW's been able to reposition to a safe location. I say safe. There is a Molotov just on the edge of that one. Hasn't caught JW. And in the meantime, you can see he's going to find one.
This is the problem with force buys.
Double for Dennis with the CZ. Happy, what can you do? The answer is nothing. And that's it. Of all the rounds Fnatic win, It's the pistols and mag 7 round.
It turns to chaos. You can imagine the comms there was
Right.
just ballistic. You found one guy, and then suddenly you're getting pinched from all sides, and people are just running at you with
Utter chaos. I mean,
one-shot kill weapons.
there was some team flashing going on there. There was a missed Molotov new box. There was a lot that just didn't quite connect.
And that cost them.
It really has. Could this be it then? Certainly not a money problem, but now Envy perhaps a little bit shaken.
Oh,
And now stirred
That's
as the
money.
nade's going to hit Sixer for 6. Let's have a look. 90 seconds. They're looking to do something fast here. Look at Olofmeister. He's sitting there close and pays the ultimate sacrifice. Now Crims, though, again, XMS is his back turn. Crims, 3, 4. He teaches us how to count as he just knocks them down. That will be 16. He USPs them in the backside.
What a way to end it.
What a way to end it.